Despite last night's overtime loss to Virginia, do you believe Kevin Keatts has NC State basketball heading in the right direction? 90% say yes.
I was going to say
10% say no.
The 10%.
No.
Yeah,
Get out.
Yeah, that's my point.
Get out.
Exactly.
No, and Coach Keatts, I think, kind of slipped a little bit with this last night, but he said it in the beginning of his presser, like, this is how he expected his team to be playing in year 3.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, and I was kind of like, it's interesting because I think they were sort of a year ahead of schedule last year. And it's sort of adjusted the way we look at them, and they're kind of ahead of schedule now because they sort of had a complete roster changeover at this point.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I think these guys really believe in what he's doing, and they play really hard, even if they have their flaws and are limited in some ways. They play really hard, and they believe in what he's doing, and that can take you a long way. Wow,
man, that's good stuff because. I agree with the poll. I think he's definitely heading in the right direction, and we'll see. Because we had this debate. Well, if you had a choice, losing to Clemson, beating Virginia, which one would you have? Rather, losing to Clemson, beat Virginia, or the way it happened over the last two games or so?
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it worked out okay the way it is because I think what the Clemson game actually did was sort of give them that boost of, hey, we're not out of it. You know, they were able to erase a 7-point deficit in the last 19 seconds. Like that's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I think they were able. That was sort of, and some of them cited that after the game of like, we already knew we're never out of it, but we really knew we weren't out of it because of what we'd just done. So
okay,
like the fact that they could do that, they knew they weren't out of it, and they knew they just had to sort of keep it with what their game plan was, and things would start to go their way a little bit.
I feel like that kind of sets them up for the rest of the season.
And this stretch that they got coming up here.
Yeah.
They got a big game on Saturday to
Virginia Tech.
Yep. Because that's a team that Virginia Tech, I think, has a lot to prove as well. And that's a team that seemingly either wins by 20 or loses by 20. That's sort of their pattern.